Welcome to Rainbow Rhythm, the LGBTQ music show, featuring Left of Straight podcast special music correspondent, Zach Day. Join this amazing singer and songwriter as he features new or independent music artists that are on his music radar.
Alrighty, guys, welcome back to Left of Straight podcast. I am so excited to have back in the studio our good friend Zach Day is here. Zach has been so busy since we talked last. He's been doing amazing concert appearances, doing a lot of gigging, writing lots of new music. And if you remember, if you've been a fan of the podcast for a long time, Zach was our very first, very special music correspondent. And he is back to be doing that for a couple times a month when his busy schedule allows. So we are so excited to start him back here in September. Zach, welcome back to the show, my friend. How are you?
Hey Scott, I'm doing good. So good to see you. How are you?
I am amazing. I have to tell you, I can't thank you enough. We had this great time down in Palm Springs where I was on my big gay road trip. And Zach was able to kind of meet us down there for the first week. And we got to do an interview we haven't done in a while on a panel. And that was so much fun. And then I was putting on this big fundraiser for the Pride Centers. And one of my acts dropped out last second. And Zach finishes a gig the night before. And you drove all the way down to Palm Springs to be our special fill-in guest and killed it, my friend. Thank you.
Thank you. No, of course. I mean, hey, if I'm in town and you need me to come down, I'm gonna be there. I mean, I love to play, and right now, one of the things that I'm doing is just trying to take all these opportunities and just get more listeners onto the Zach Day experience. You know what I mean? I'm sharing
There
my
you
songs,
go.
and I'm
Oh
and I'm
my
just out
goodness.
here trying to represent queer Appalachia. That's been my kind of MO for the longest time. So any chance I get to share that part of myself with new listeners, especially your listeners, because the majority of them are LGBT, I would assume, considering the podcast. So yeah, I'm just trying to make those connections, and I'm happy to do it. So thanks for inviting me, Scott. It was a really good time.
Uh,
I love Palm Springs, and just because of you, that's the first time I've ever been able to go there. So I really appreciate it.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. You got to go back many times. We loved you. Between you and Patrick, and of course Dell and Tom, we raised $3,000 for the Pride Center. So good
Yeah.
on you guys. Such an amazing response. And yeah, Palm Springs. It was a little warm. A little warm. It's a good to pop in for a day or two.
Right.
5 weeks of it was a little much for me, but
I bet.
it was. It's a beautiful place, though. I would go there as often as I can.
Hmm.
Remind everyone a little bit about your background. I mean, you came on, I think, the second season, maybe 7 or 8 years ago when you were back on The Voice. How long ago was that?
It's not been
When were
that
you on The
long
Voice?
ago, Scott. You're aging me now. That was probably, I think that was airing in 2020. So it's been about 4 years
Oh, it hasn't
ago.
been that bad then. Okay,
Yeah,
I thought you were
yeah.
on before that. Okay, well, good.
No, so
That's
not
kind of,
that
I
long
forgot. You're
ago.
such a young buck, and I'm one of the old timers around here. Well,
Um,
I loved you introduced us such great independent artists that a lot of people haven't heard of before. And your music is it has that independent feel, but it has something for everyone. Talk about what kind of draws you to that kind of music and talk about if they missed our interview in Palm Springs, what kind of a singer songwriter you're trying to be and how would you describe your music?
Sure. I mean, I have been writing songs for my entire life and singing and stuff forever, of course. But just kind of since The Voice is when I started really trying to do it more as a professional career, just songwriting and performing and trying to just be an artist. You know what I mean? Um, it's a hard career to break into, but it's been a really rewarding experience. I've loved it. Um, yeah, and basically we've kind of determined that the genre that I am kind of trying to be a part of is called y'alternative, which is a little bit country, a little bit rock and roll, just a little different, ambient, but also, got that southern flair to it. So it really fits well for me as a folk. I can always consider myself a folk singer. Um, at my heart, I'm a folk singer, you know. So yeah, I just got to thinking about it, and I was like, "Y'all alternative, that's really cute. That's good. That works." So we've been writing songs and recording music and performing as this y'all alternative artist, and it's been really working for me. That's the brand at this point.
There you
Um,
go. Hashtag away, my friend. I love
right.
it.
I need to trademark that. Um, but yeah, and then I don't know, when it comes to that type of music or just like independent music, unsigned artists or just people who are out here like really fighting and working hard every day. That's just what I'm drawn to. I mean, I love all kinds of music, but like some of my favorite artists just happen to be friends of mine. So, you know, that's just a blessing at the end of the day, I would say.
Well, and it's got to be such an amazing experience because you're doing a lot of this gigging now. You're in these different clubs, and I'm sure you know most of the people on the bill, but I'm sure you're getting introduced to people you might not have heard of before, and that's got to be fun to kind of tell stories and things like that.
Oh yeah, I mean, like part of the something that I've been really enjoying too is just doing these songwriting shares where it's just like
Mm.
me, and then I look around and I'm in a room with all of these just talented people that I've been looking up to. Some of them I've been looking up to for years, and I'm just like I'm finding myself in these rooms, and we're just all taking turns playing songs and just kind of getting to know each other that way. And I mean, that's been really cool. So you just never know where you're going to find yourself, especially if you just really put in the work. I mean, that's I've been hustling, man. You know me. I'm a hustler, so I'm out here just really working hard to make my dreams come true, you know?
One of the hardest working men in show business, and you deserve all of those dreams, my friend.
Thank
Well,
you.
like I said, we before you kind of really introduced me to a lot of artists that I haven't heard from, people you worked with back in your home state and everything, from church groups to other things. Talk about who's turning you on right now. Who are you going to share with us today?
I guess the first artist that I want to talk about today, besides myself, y'all go listen to my stuff because I have some new music coming out. I have a song called Flintstone Gummies that's about to come out, and it's country as hell. I love it. I'm so excited for it. But that one's coming out. But I have a really good friend that just put out some music recently. His name is Jared Harper. I recommend you guys go check him out if you like that kind of grungy. Rock, but it does have a pop element to it too. The songs are all very singable and fun. Yeah, Jared Harper, I actually met him on The Voice when we were auditioning, and he's a good guy, and we've been friends for ever since then. And I got to see him recently for the first time since The Voice, and we reconnected, and it was really great. I got to see him perform. We played a gig together at Hotel Cafe here in Los Angeles, and his new music is really really good. He's been sending me some of the stuff that hasn't come out yet too, so I'm super excited for that. So go check out Jared Harper, and I think his Instagram is Jared Harper Official.
We'll go ahead and put a link to that down below. Does he have any music out now we can maybe play a little snippet of?
Yeah, definitely go play his new song. Yeah, it's on Spotify and everywhere you can find music. Jared Harper, but yeah, he just put out a song like a couple weeks ago.
All right, we're going to play that, guys, at the end of this here. We're going to get the link to that and play that here. Um, and then talk about your singing song. Like you said, you have the Flintstones. You sang that at the benefit concert. Let's play one of yours. Why don't you introduce one of your newer favorites, and we'll go ahead and play that.
Okay, sure. So like one of my most streamed songs is a song that I wrote called "You're Bored and I Hate It." And actually, I wrote that about a friend that I kind of had a crush on. I mean, all of my songs are like that, but and I actually wrote that while we were filming The Voice, and then it just came out like not too long ago. So that's how long it takes sometimes to get a song out. But yeah, "You're Bored and I Hate It." It's fun. I hope you guys love it.
There you go. We're going to debut it right here on Left of Straight Podcast. We'll be back on the other side. Here's my good friend, Zach Day. We'll be back in a second.
You drink too much in the winter months. You know that my birthday's coming up. I try to block it out too. If David asks, will you tell him hi? I still have the shirt you wore that night you slept in my hotel room. You flew across the country, 'cause you were bored. You were bored. You don't wanna lose me. Oh, you confuse me. Oh, it's a shame. I hate it. It's amazing. Sometimes I wish this was a movie. Oh, where you want me. I just say that I hate it. It's amazing. You're bored and I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. It's amazing. Yeah. I dodge the songs you're writing. I can't stand to hear you sing about anyone but me. I swear it's gonna kill me. And once I cried when I dropped you off for half an hour in your parking lot after karaoke. And then you flew across the country, 'cause you were bored. You were bored. You don't wanna lose me. Oh, you confuse me. Oh, it's a shame. I hate it. It's amazing. Sometimes I wish this was a movie. Oh, where you want me. I just say that I hate it. It's amazing. You're bored and I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
Oh my gosh, how fun was that, Zach? Thanks for sharing that. Talk about now you talk about being such a long process. Was it a quick write though? Sometimes songs I know come to you in like 20 minutes. Sometimes they take a little bit in collaborating. How quick did the song come to you?
Oh, that one just I wrote that in 20 minutes or something like that. And then I kind of put it on the shelf for a little while because I didn't know how I felt about it. And I remember playing it recently for my band. I now have a band that plays with me out here in LA. And I played it for them and they were like, "That we love that. That's a great song. We should record it and release it." And I'm like, "Really? Okay, cool." So we did, and now it's become my most streamed song. So that's another thing is like you might think like, oh, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know if I like it. But then like, you play it and people really resonate with it and it could become your most streamed song. So yeah.
I absolutely love that. And you've been gigging, like I said, not just LA, but you've been living in Arizona now for a while and you kind of go in both places. What's the sound? What's the groups like that are listening to you? Is there a big audience change because you're such a great genre in and of yourself? Do you find you're attracting the same people, or does like Arizona have a different set than LA? What are you seeing when it come to your music?
Um, so as far as Arizona is concerned, like I've played a few open mics there. I haven't really played any gigs because I don't know what the music scene like is there really. I'm very new to Arizona. I've been there about Well, let's see. I moved there in July, so it's just been a couple months. And I'm just doing a live-in residency there with Connect Phoenix, which is sort of the same thing I was doing before with Connect Nashville. They asked me if I wanted to go move to Phoenix. Oh, I hope you guys can't hear. There's like an ambulance passing. But anyway, so I've been in Phoenix for a little while. And yeah, that's just kind of given me the opportunity to play out and perform for a different type of audience. Um, but, at the end of the day, I'll just say that the people who like my music and the fans that I've gathered are typically from my social media. I mean, my TikTok kind of blew up. My Instagram, I just recently had another video go viral like a couple days ago. So that's been great. And I just think that the people who listen to me are going to be people who enjoy really good live vocals, and really good lyrics and just good songs. You know what I mean? So, like, at the end of the day, if you can listen to my songs and relate to them, or just enjoy the way that I sing and play guitar and my stage presence, like, then you're going to enjoy it. We always put on a really good show, and I love to perform. So I think you can definitely tell that whenever I'm on stage.
You definitely can, and get out there and get a little alternative there. Now, how do you like? I mean, you're such big. You did this running for the last couple of years. You do the weightlifting. How is LA culture life for that? Just to kind of, do you feel yourself kind of enjoying it? Is it feel like it's a job there, or how do you like just the scene in general of LA?
I mean, I don't know, man. LA's crazy. I mean, I have a lot of listeners here. Actually, I would say my biggest fan base, if you want to call it that, is here in LA. I think that's just because my band is here. I've played a lot of shows here. So, I do feel comfortable here when it comes to that. But when it comes to like living here and stuff like that, I still don't know. I'm a country boy at heart. I'm from like the backwoods of Kentucky, and I kind of feel comfortable there in some ways. So, it's always different, but I'm willing to sacrifice a little bit of that comfortability just for the experience, and just because I know what I have to do in order to live my dream. So, you know, I'm still trying to figure it out. I think the life of an artist is also just kind of like, it's not very stable. It's not stable and just comfortable, really. A lot of the times you're here one week, you're here the next week. You got to kind of just go with the flow. And I'm kind of still trying to figure out how I feel about that. But, that's just it. That's just the life and the career that I chose. So
There you go. Well, you're doing it well, my friend. Zach Day, thanks so much for coming back. We're going to have Zach here twice a month whenever he is available. Zach, remind everyone where they can find you on all your social media and stream your music, my friend.
yeah, feel free to check me out on all streaming platforms, Zach Day, obviously. And then I'm available on all social media at Zach. TikTok is Zach Music. Or you can also go to youknowzach.com. That's my website. Everything's there.
There you go. And remember what we always say here, don't be cheap ass bastards. Buy the music when you can. Support your local music stores, local bookstores. Grab some of Zach's music and pay for it online there. Zach, thank you so much for coming back as one of our very special music correspondents. I appreciate you, my friend.
Anytime, Scott. I'll see y'all next time.
All right. We'll have Zach back in a couple of weeks. You guys have a fantastic rest of your week, and we'll see you right here on Left to Straight Podcast. Bye, everyone.
You're why I stay awake, wondering, I don't know why I'm lying here today in my faith. I had to hide away from my mistakes. I'll find a better way, I'll find a better way. Don't tell me I'm sure that you got it figured out. Don't tell me now. Won't help me knowing what you're telling me about. So if you need me when you know I'll be in town, don't tell me now, don't tell me now. Go away, or maybe stay. I need something that I can say. I only knew you drive me to somewhere that I don't wanna get out. I'm on my knees, they're failing me, holding on to what we can be. You're on my mind, I hate to say, on my mind almost every day. You're why I stay awake, wondering I don't know why. I'm lying here today in my faith. I had to hide away from my mistakes. I'll find a better way, I'll find a better way.
And that's all for this episode of Rainbow Rhythm, the LGBTQ music show, hosted by singer-songwriter Zach Day. Tune in next time when we'll feature more great music you just might not have heard of yet. Goodbye.